See, I listened to Tim Conway about this. He talked about this UCLA female UCLA student who was criticizing Asian students for talking on the phone in the library, and she imitates them and says they get on their phone while I'm studying in the library, and they'll say "ching chong wing wong" or something like that. Conway takes the side of the Asians on this and mocks the white girl for simply saying, "Hey, please take your phone calls outside or somewhere else." I don't get it, because probably Conway didn't go to college. That's the thing. And maybe he went to junior college or something. I don't think he did a 4-year college. Doesn't seem like it, anyways. But I mean, that's see, Conway. He tries to be conservative, but yet at the same time liberal. He comes off liberal a lot of the times, even though he'll try to put on a conservative mask at times. Although for him, being conservative seems to be boiled down to supporting police. And he says he's Catholic, but one time a caller or somebody was on the show and said something about Fatima. Oh, it was George Norrie was coming on, and Conway always introduces George Norrie because he comes on at 10, as Conway's leaving at 10, and he asked Norrie, "What are you doing tonight? What's on the show?" And Norrie said, "We're going to talk about Fatima." And and Conway says, "What's that?" And Norrie goes, "Oh, I guess you're not Catholic, are you?" And then uh, what's the other guy's name? Mark Thompson was actually on the air at the same time. And Thompson goes, "Yes, he is Catholic, actually." And Conway has touted himself as Catholic. He's even been a uh, guest at one of the Catholic, at least one of the Catholic. They had some kind of Catholic conference recently. It was the men's conference or business conference or something like that. But he didn't even know what Fatima is. I mean, that's something most Catholics know. So I don't know what's going on with Conway. He just doesn't make sense a lot of the time. So this is another idiotic thing he's done. I mean, here you got a white girl just merely criticizing Asians at the library at UCLA for talking too much in the library and imitating their language by just saying ching chong. And Conway goes on a huge thing here and plays a song that some Asians made to uh, to respond to this white girl's criticism. Strange, Conway. Conway is a white self-hater because he's also used the words white trash at times. And that's another liberal thing. They hate themselves. They hate whites. Look at the recent um, what's his name? George Clooney movie, Suburbicon. That's a terrible, sick movie. Doing very terrible at the box office too, and rightly so because it is such a despicable movie. And it just mocks white middle class America 1950s. And I wonder how much of that's a liberal thing. Um, Although Clooney, he's white, he almost looks kind of dark skinned at times. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's Italian or something. Um, and I don't know what about Conway. Well, I guess he might be Irish actually. Maybe yeah, that's what it is. He has that Irish Catholic ancestry, but actually probably has never very well attended at much at all Catholic Church. It's just the Irish Catholic ancestry. Sort of like I come from the Dutch Christian Reformed tradition, and some of us we attend and know everything about our tradition and our faith. The Christian Reform comes from Dutch Reform, and we know the doctrines and all about the different theology and all that. But then there's Dutch Americans who have Dutch names, and maybe you'll come to church or Christian Reform or Reformed Church once in a while, but they really don't know much about their own tradition, but they'll claim it, but they don't know anything that much about the faith at all. That's what Conway is, I think. He's kind of a white bread American with a little bit of Irish Catholic in him, but doesn't know much about it really, much about anything for that matter. But at least he's humble enough to be stupid, to say he is stupid. He doesn't know what he knows. He doesn't know what he doesn't know either. At least he's got that going for him. That's what keeps him in good grace with most people. Is he's humble enough to say he is stupid, but he should be humble enough to refrain from criticizing some things too.